All right. So, I was told not to really put too much energy in this, but I want to tell you why I became a 7 Day Adventist once again. Now, believe it or not, um, I'm gonna buy a book on dreams because I write my dreams down. I write my nightmares down. Whenever I have really like, if I have dreams that stand out, I will write them down. If I have nightmares that stand out, I'll write them down. I believe that heaven and hell is similar to what you experience during sleep. When your body is unconscious, I believe the mind also, um, I believe when you die, just my belief, this is my belief, not the fact. I believe when you die, heaven and hell is similar to dreams. Whatever you experience during sleep, you may experience in the afterlife. That's just my belief. And sometimes you physically feel things during sleep. Like when you jump off like a building, you feel that in your sleep. Or when you fall down the stairs, you wake up. But let me tell you my experience going to hell, because I'll just put it out like this, and this is what happened. So I already told you the story. I was sick and I took too many pills. Just think of that episode of Everybody Hate Chris when he went to the department store with his dad. They were working during the holiday season, and Chris got sick, so he was drinking cough syrup to get the cold to go down. And he took too much, and he wound up in the hospital. That's what happened to me, but I took the pills. I out of ignorance, because I never took pills as a kid. I didn't like the taste of them. I assumed that it had the same effect as the liquid form. So you know, I wound up in the hospital, and I'm thinking that I died because I just don't. I feel like, and this is what I'm gonna keep saying this. I feel like my spirit left the body, and I was able to still look at myself, but my spirit was gone. If that makes any sense. I believed I was dead because when I tried to call my mother, it went straight to voicemail. Or I tried to call, believe it or not, my father. Same thing happened. The phone wasn't working. And I'm gonna tell you, this is my experience in hell. Well, my mother says I was hallucinating because of my low potassium and the pills. But I want to tell you, I think otherwise. I believe that at that very moment, I was in hell. I was in just how your body, just how you cannot say how a dream. People don't call dreams or nightmares hallucinations. They are your body and your mind. While you're unconscious, it's still your body and your mind. I knew at that moment my spirit left the body. So when I was in hell, I don't got a lie to you. Only in the dark because I'm just getting off work. But this is what happened. So I'm in hell, and at first I'm just looking at, it's just a regular group of people. It's a bunch of white people there. Regular people. They're not old. They're just regular people like you and me. And they all, I'm just saying, I'm telling myself, these are the bad people. I don't want to be here. It's like when you drop out of school and you try to get your GED, or you go to an alternative school. It was just like that. It felt like going to an alternative school, but you're at that alternative school because of a mistake. Like you probably accidentally put a knife in your bag, and the security, the principal found it and kicked you out, and you got to go to this alternative school. That's how that felt when I went to hell. I'm around a bunch of people that could possibly hurt me. So when I get there, I don't know where I'm at, but then I just say to myself, I'm dead. And I asked around, I'm like, is this hell? And people were like, yes, yes, this is hell, this is hell. And I'm scared. And I'm just wondering who's here. So as I'm in hell, I'm asking like famous people, like, okay, is Jeffrey Dahmer here? And they were like, no. And then I was like, is Saddam Hussein here? And I remember one girl was like, he's not even in these parts. So it seemed like when I was in hell, it was basically like just how the earth is divided into different continents, different countries, different states. It seems like hell in my when I went there, it was divided into different states. So then I asked, was Little Richard, because Little Richard's originally from the South. So I was like, is Little Richard here? And they were like, I don't she was like, I don't know who that is. So I'm assuming that maybe when he got himself saved, when he denounced his homosexuality at the last minute, maybe he made it into heaven. And I was saying to myself, maybe Jeffrey Dahmer made it into heaven too. So then after a moment, I got really scared because I was around a bunch of women, but then I saw it was a guy, and I got really scared only because of men hurt other men before they hurt women, and I thought they were trying to do something wicked to me. So I just kept saying, "Don't hurt me, don't kill me, please don't hurt me." And I started screaming so loud. I prayed. Um, I prayed the Our Father. I say almost every day. That's the only prayer. That's one of the few prayers I know by heart because I went to Catholic school. I prayed that at least one time, and I was just telling myself that I'm going to spend the rest of my life here. And my mother, ever since I was about 17, she tried her best to make sure I was on the right path. I mean, she tried to introduce me to eating the right foods. When I did eat pork, she tried to get me to eat like the right kind of food, like stay away from pork, eat turkey bacon, stay away from evil. She was trying to just, what I didn't understand at 17, she just wanted me to follow the right way of living. And I just told myself that I don't want to stay here and die. I don't want to die I don't want to stay here and suffer every day because hell is eternity. So I was just screaming, and I told myself that if I get out of here, I will change the way I live, like forever. I will live better. And I didn't really come to my senses until like the next day when I was in the hospital, that I was all, I wasn't in hell anymore. Cause let me just say this: I'm told that I'm hallucinating, but this, I know the difference. I will know the difference. This was an out of body experience into hell. I was in a room full of people that I felt were a danger to me. So put it like this: I didn't see fire, or I didn't see the devil himself, but I was in hell, as in like, also too, there was a lady there that was asking me questions. I feel like that was like the introduction into getting into hell. Like I forgot what she asked me exactly, but it was a real experience that I had. And the reason why I know that I was out of my body, because I could see myself in the bed. I didn't have no mirrors around. I saw myself in the bed, literally. And that's when I knew it wasn't the drugs. I died. I literally was out of the body. And people have talked about experiences where, like, it was a guy that was shot. And I know what he's talking about. He was shot like 9 times, and his spirit left the body. And he literally got up. He got up and put himself in the bed after he was shot 9 times. He was shot in the head like 3 times. I had the same thing happen to me. And this very experience is why I am going to church tomorrow. Because I think of now, if I were to die spontaneously, I don't want to die doing the wrong things, if that makes sense to you. This is why I'm going to church. This is why I read the Bible. This is why I pray. Because I just think about, if I were to die, I want to be prepared. I want to die the right way. I want to die having a porn addiction, having a drug addiction, having addiction to being a pervert. I don't want to die being a backbiter or a gossiper, or someone that likes to steal or kill or rob people. or that has a heroin addiction. I don't want that. I think about every day now, where will I go when I die? And I want to just live the right way. But my experience was very real. I did not see the devil himself. And I think just like how in heaven you don't see God automatically, you gotta go to St. Peter first. I felt like that was like my I was like being processed. And I didn't last very long there. But it was very real. It was scary. And I would have never experienced something like that again. And by the way, when I was out of my body, the only person that I called was my mother. I called her because I talked to her actively. And I wanted to tell her that I'm sorry. Like, you tried to put me on the right path, and I failed you. But that was what happened, and this is why tomorrow I'm going to be going to church, because I want to just pray to live the right way. Peace.